All right, so let's go ahead and address the Iranian situation that's currently happening. So Donald Trump on the 28th, which was yesterday, announced the Epic Fury operation to deal with the extremist Islamists and all the stuff that was happening in Iran in light of the nuclear operations that they were trying to get off the ground, and all the threats and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to get into that in this video.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime,
Sure.
a vicious group of very hard, terrible people.
For sure.
Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world.
Sure.
For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries.
Yeah, for sure.
Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels in international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have...
And this is also the thing, it's not just, Trump just didn't do this on a whim. This has been methodical chaos that's been happening for such a long time. And there'd be people that would say, oh, but this is so harsh of Trump and all that kind of rhetoric. No, this has been gradual. This has been a leading up to this. They've been given lots of time to change. They've been given lots of time to reconsider their actions, and they've been given so much leeway. And people would go ahead and say, oh no, Trump is so harsh, Trump is so unfair, Trump is so, no, he's, just being a typical white colonizer mentality, white supremacist mentality. No. There's been a lot of time. They've overlooked a lot of stuff.
Soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks on Israel.
On Israel, sure.
Slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal.
The ideologies
the world has never
incompatible.
Seen before. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror, and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon.
No,
I'll say it again.
Imagine the consequences.
They can never.
Just for a second, if this is the devastation that they can do now without a nuclear weapon, imagine what it would be like if they did have nuclear capabilities. Absolutely not. No, it's ridiculous. No.
Have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons.
Yeah, but what did they do?
We sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried.
Yeah, you guys did try.
They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil.
And all they do is, they continually bide time. They'll continually go ahead and say, okay, we'll stop. But in the meantime, they don't really. And Trump is 100% correct. They can't keep on just pulling you along. They'll go ahead and attempt to buy time for the sake of increasing their nuclear efforts. In the meantime, they'll kind of lead you along, shoestring you along with, okay, we'll let's maybe just avoid the subjects. Let's just go ahead and avoid, the whole topic, and we'll just pretend like we're not doing anything. But in the meantime, they really are. They've got a vested interest in creating nuclear weapons because that very much aligns with their whole idea of world dominance.
But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions.
Yep.
And we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces, and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans.
That's right.
And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication.
And again, this has got nothing to do with Trump attempting to showboat and show how big of a stick he has. This is all about defense. It's all about mitigating the possibilities of what would happen should Iran achieve nuclear capability. It's got nothing to do with Trump showboating and showing how much might he has. The might is there for a reason. The defensive capabilities are there for a reason. It's to quell any kind of opportunity that they might have of creating nuclear capabilities, because the world is going to suffer if they should achieve their goals. And we'll get into that later.
My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties.
Unfortunately, that is sometimes like that,
But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission.
It is.
We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death.
That's why he's not being harsh, you know. He's giving them the ultimatum. It's, you know, if you don't want to be caught in the crossfire, if you don't want to get involved, if you don't want to face, in his terms, certain death, lay down your weapons, because we're coming. And yeah, we're going to be coming in hot. But it's a situation that needs to be dealt with because it's been carrying on for far too long. Yeah, 100% based, obviously.
Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand.
Yeah,
stay sheltered. Don't leave your home.
Yeah, there you go. And we're going to get into it now. You know what? The people of Iran, they don't want to be dictated to by these Islamist extremists that are, you know, once again, they're going according to the Quran of world domination. The Iranian people are fed up with it. They're fed up with being treated like absolute scum, because quote unquote it's part of the Quran. It's ridiculous, yeah. And Trump is on, if anything, he's on the Iranian people's side. And we'll get into it, but yeah, you'll see the Iranian people, they love it, yeah.
It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere.
Sure.
When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
Based.
This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight.
That's right.
Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond.
That's right.
America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Good stuff. So let's get into it. So let's just go ahead and outline the whole idea of what this Operation Epic Fury entails. So President Trump initiated Operation Epic Fury, the US component of joint strikes with Israel, their part called Operation Roaring Lion, primarily due to the collapse of nuclear negotiations with Iran and the perceived imminent threat, I love that word, perceived, imminent threat from the regime's advancing nuclear and missile programs. In his announcement via an 8-minute video, I'm assuming that's the one that we just played, video on True Social, Trump stated that the US had repeatedly sought a deal to end Iran's nuclear ambitions, but Iran rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions across multiple rounds of talks, including 3 major sessions. He described Iran as refusing diplomacy, just as it has for decades. Instead, attempting to rebuild its nuclear infrastructure and develop long-range missiles capable of threatening US allies in Europe, American troops abroad, and potentially the US homeland. So that was basically just a sum up of, I'm assuming, that video that we just watched. So key triggering factors include failed diplomacy, imminent threats, broader regime behavior. So that's basically what prompted Operation Epic Fury. In terms of what were the key objectives in Operation Epic Fury, I'm not going to read all of it, but just Operation Epic Fury was a major US-led military operation conducted jointly with Israel, which called its component Operation Roaring Lion, that began on February 28, 2026. It involved extensive airstrikes and other precision attacks targeting Iranian military, nuclear, and leadership assets following failed nuclear negotiations and escalating threats from Iran. So the whole idea was preventing Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon, destroying its missile arsenal and production sites, degrading its proxy networks, annihilating its navy. I'll just read this point as well, because this is also now what's happened. A broader political goal, as articulated by Trump and echoed in reports, was to create conditions for regime change, which he addressed in the video, from within, potentially leading to freedom for the Iranian people. Exactly. By weakening or collapsing the current regime, including strikes near or on leadership sites, with reports of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's death. And so yeah, he has been killed. So that's the whole, what started the operation and the goals of the operation. And in the wake of that, well, these are a few of this is some of the footage of the Operation Epic Fury missile strikes. So yeah, we can see US Central Compound released dramatic footage of American forces launching precision strikes against Iranian missile sites and other high-value targets during Epic Fury. And once again, they were clearly after the nuclear sites. It wasn't about causing civilian damage or civilian casualties. It was specifically for the sake of dealing with the nuclear sites. And then you can see some. Yeah, some of the missiles getting shot from the ships. And yeah, once again, it's so necessary, and people tend to forget the necessity of it because it's so bad. Like, death is so terrible. And yes, death isn't the ideal, but the thing is, this has to be dealt with because the repercussions are far more serious and far more detrimental if you just allow these people just to create nuclear weapons. I mean, look what they've done. Look what's happened with them not being nuclear ready. Look at the devastation that they've already caused with the fact that they don't have nuclear capabilities yet. Imagine what happens if they do. It's going to be far more detrimental. Just in the US military has released footage of strikes on Iran as Operation Epic Fury gets underway. CENTCOM confirms attacks on IRGC command centers, air defenses, missile sites, and military airfields launched from air, land, and sea. Yeah. So in light of that, so now the Iranian government, IRGC and all that ilk, they're crashing out, especially considering Ayatollah's death. So they're busy crashing out, and major black smoke is billowing from US Navy's 5th Fleet HQ in Bahrain following Iranian missile strikes. So yeah, this is obviously the Iranian regime now crashing out, and now they're going after key US assets in the region. And now this is a devastation. And we'll get into it, there's much more. And they're targeting civilians as well. Yeah. That's just one of many. And this is the thing, the story is continually developing because they're just crashing out. So there's just more and more and more. So yeah, there's Iranian missile strikes on cities in the Persian Gulf. And once again, it's developing more and more. So what happened? Iranian missiles and drones hit at least 5 major locations. Again, this is so far in Dubai, including the International Airport, Burj Al Arab Hotel, Jebel Ali Port, and the Palm Jumeirah area. So yeah, these are some of those. So he has a situation with the Burj Al Arab. I think this is the hotel one. Oh, this is the international airport. Another one. So this is obviously at the airport. It's not a really clear one. Yeah, great. And so there you can see the fire there. I think the next one might be a little bit better. But yeah, this is it. And this is, you know, this is what they're doing to their own people. Oh, there you go. Look at that. No, she's like... Let's pause it. So what's the deal with this one? The American bases that were attacked today by Iran. So these are American bases now as well. There's some in Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait. So geez, like, I mean, that's a whole bunch. Yeah, and this is the problem, because they're crashing out now. Breaking the US bases that were attacked today by Iran so far as a response to the Israeli-US attacks. Yeah, it's just more of the same. Jeez, like... Jeez, like... No. Meira attacked. So here's another attack that happened. Close that one. I don't know what the deal is here. And again, these are the attacks that are happening on civilians. They're not just crashing out on American assets in the region. It's against their own people. That's why the ideology is cooked. The ideology is so cooked and so crazy, and it has to be dealt with because it's crazy. Jeez, like, oh. Iran attacked Palm Jumeirah, the city of Dubai. This is the condition of the UAE right now. World War III has been started. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know about the World War III. I think that's maybe a bit existential and a bit extreme, but yeah, it's definitely not good. Yeah, there you go. And again, on their own people. That's why it's just simply, it's a threat that has to be dealt with. You can't keep on tolerating it, because this is what happens. Because it's been carrying on for so long. It's been happening for so long that we've simply just allowed it to happen. So now they've become emboldened, and as soon as now you attempt to stop it, this is the repercussions, because they've become so emboldened. They think they can continually get away with it, and no, it needs to be stopped. So I also saw this one. This one's been circulating as well. Footage of CIA headquarters in Dubai targeted this morning by Iran have emerged. UAE is arresting those releasing the footage, but they can't hide this. So this story here, it does seem like this is a bit of a misleading one, because this situation actually happened in 2015. High-rise tower catches fire in Emirati city of Sharjah. So there you can even see that looks very similar to that over there. So that one's a bit of a misleading one. So yeah, that's some misinformation right there. So that's not cool. But that doesn't excuse obviously all the other ones that we've just watched. This one was a new one. So apparently they've also reportedly a major shopping mall in Sharjah, Dubai, has been hit by Iranian drones. So this is a newer one that's just dropped as well, which we've just found out about. And once again, all orchestrated by the Iranian regime on their own people. There's no surprise that the Iranians are busy dancing in the streets now. What's this?
I literally cannot get tired of winning. I cannot get tired of winning. It is so beautiful. Donald Trump is the best president of my lifetime. Simple as that. Khamenei is dead. People are lighting fireworks in Tehran right now, celebrating, while communists and jihadists living in the West cry and seethe and weep and gnash their teeth. They're so distraught. Their favorite dictator is dead. This is revenge. Revenge for the 30,000 protesters they slaughtered in January in Iran. Revenge for all the Ukrainians slaughtered with Iranian weapons the past 4 years. Revenge for the people of Syria who were slaughtered.
No, enough is enough. Can't carry on.
At the behest of Iran. Revenge for
Can't
the
carry on.
victims of this terrible, evil, satanic regime.
Yeah,
God
that's
bless
right.
the West. God bless America. God bless Trump. God bless the Persian people. Persia is back. There's going to be a beautiful civilizational reawakening. It's actually gorgeous. The West is winning. Third worlders are on the ground, fucking crying, seething. We win. We're on top. God bless.
Yeah. If you had to go look at just some of the stats in the 1970s under the Shah, Iran was on the up and up. They were developing. The people were a lot more happy. A lot of the businesses were getting developed. Man, the country was on the up and up until 1979, I believe, when the Ayatollahs came in and the country just went to hell. A lot of people I've seen online have been speculating, Benjamin Netanyahu's also been killed. It's not true. That's once again misleading stuff. Here he is 1 hour ago. He's busy addressing Benjamin Netanyahu broadcast a message in Persian generated by AI addressed to the Iranian people. The Israeli Prime Minister asserts that Israel will soon strike thousands of targets. Yeah, got to. Linked to the Iranian regime, and calls on Iranians to take to the streets. Yeah, that's exactly what Trump was busy saying. Take back your country. Overthrow the regime of terror. Declaring that the help you've been waiting for has arrived. Yeah. I mean, we can play this, but it doesn't really make sense because it's in Persian, once again generated by AI. So yeah, don't really understand that, but yeah. So in light of all the stuff that's been happening and people that still want to claim, oh no, but it's not fair to the Iranian regime, why must Trump just go ahead and destroy all their dangerous things that they're attempting to do with nuclear? These are simply just the terror attacks that have been orchestrated by the regimes, by Islamic terrorists since 9/11. Here we go. Here are some of the figures. 200,000 deaths globally. It's probably even higher than that. With the deadliest perpetrators including the Taliban, over 70,000 deaths. Islamic State, IS, also known as ISIS or Daesh, over 69,000 deaths. Boko Haram, over 26,000 deaths. Al-Shabaab, over 21,000 deaths. And Al-Qaeda, over 14,000 deaths. The vast majority, around 89%, have occurred in Muslim majority countries, again, with their own people. And yeah, here we go. 2001 to 2005, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What that looks like, 7 as well. Yeah, more. 2011 to 2015. 2016 to 2020. 21 to present. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It has to stop. It has to stop. And again, it's thousands. Thousands of terrorist attacks have been attributed to Islamic extremists. Yeah, it has to stop. And this is awesome, man. This really represents what Iranians have been living under Islamic extremist occupation, if you want to term it like that, but it's really just them following the Quran. But this is what could happen if Sharia law gets global. So we'll watch a little bit of this.
Oh my god, I've got goosebumps. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just watched this, and you guys need to see this right now. So
yeah, this is awesome.
Genius idea
and
of
terrible.
Taking the crazy story of everything that's going on with Sharia law and Islamization and actually turning it into a Disney movie. Guys, this hits so hard. This is one of the best things that I've watched. Whoever did this was an
it's really
absolute
touching.
Genius, and you are going to learn a lot, and probably also cry, or at least get goosebumps like I have. It's one of the two. I don't know which one, but you can let me know. Welcome to The Pushback. I'm Meira K. We try and talk about the real crazy things that are going on in this world in the way that most of us are thinking, without actually trying to manipulate or lie or do all the other things that the mainstream media does so well. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so that we can help other people find this channel. If you're finding it helpful, you know the drill. Prepare yourselves. This is a wonderful, wonderful little clip.
And you'll see, just to pause before we get into it, this is the repercussions of what happens under Islamic law, under Sharia law. They're going to want to portray it as some kind of, oh no, it's not that bad, you get dhimmi status. Dhimmi status is terrible. You don't want dhimmi status. You are a second-class citizen. All these laws and all these regulations, you don't want them. It's crippling. It's a civilizational destroyer, and it needs to be stopped. How beautiful.
They say convert, pay up or die.
Yeah.
And they look you in the eye, knowing you believe the lie, that inclusion was everybody's friend. When the truth now we all know, that was the beginning of the end. You didn't fight back, you failed to resist, and now the country is under their fist. No sun, no fun, no sky. All the music now must die.
Yeah, because also you're not allowed to play music under Sharia law.
Welcome to Britain under the brand
Yeah, it's like 1984.
You're no longer free. Cover your face, your hair, your feet. You're now enslaved in a British caliphate. Don't you love the British caliphate?
Yeah.
if you're reciting the Quran, telling you you're gay and stoning you today. No matter if you're a woman or a man, you didn't say no, you failed, so it seems. And now you are under the Islamic regime. No laugh, no dance, no art. Kill animals through their heart.
They do that too.
No more thinking thoughts. Sharia council, schools and courts. Welcome to Britain under the brand new caliphate. You're no longer free. Cover your face, your hair, your feet. You're now enslaved in a British caliphate. Don't you love the British caliphate? They steal your daughter for their wife and imprison her for life, saying she's old enough at 9. They will exterminate your dog, a scorpion to your frog. Don't complain, just keep saying you are fine. It's far too late, you're way out of time. About 10 years ago, that was the line. No Christian or infidel, the whole place feels like hell. No more thinking thoughts. Sharia council, schools and courts. Welcome to Britain under the brand new caliphate. You're no longer free. Cover your face, your hair, your feet. You're now enslaved in a British caliphate. Don't you love the British caliphate? From the cities to the town, all the people wear a frown as they hear the horrendous call to prayer. Getting elected
Yeah, they're
into
doing that.
power every minute, every hour. By next week, a Muslim will be your mayor.
New York, let's go.
No more thinking thoughts. Sharia council, schools and courts. Welcome to Britain under the brand new caliphate. You're no longer free. Cover your face, your hair, your feet. You're now enslaved in a British caliphate. Don't you love the British caliphate?
Yeah, facts. Okay, so I'm not going to play the rest of that. I'll shout out to Meira for that. That's terrible and awesome at the same time. Yeah, I'll drop a link in the description of this video, and you guys can go watch out. You can go watch that one, support her channel. That's awesome and horrible. But yeah, that is what's going to happen. It's inevitable. If people like Rupert Lowe don't win. If things like what Trump is doing don't happen. It's inevitable. This is why you have this stuff happening now. Breaking. Iranian Jews and British patriots have gathered tonight in London, celebrating the US and Israeli strikes on the Islamic Republic. Yeah, this is what's going on. People are happy about it. And they have every single right to be. Yeah, there you go. It's an evil, evil regime that needs to be stopped. More celebrations. Jews and Iranians celebrate in the streets of London. Yeah. Yep. And these are the things that mainstream media doesn't want you to see. These are the images, these are the things that mainstream media doesn't want you to see, because they want you to be programmed into thinking, no, the West is always the aggressor. These poor little Iranian regimes and stuff like that, they're trying to do the best for their people. No, they're not. No, they're not. Their people are busy celebrating the fact that the regime, the Iranian regime, the Islamic extremist regime, which is really following the edicts of the Quran, is getting destroyed. They're busy celebrating it. Because it's a terrible, terrible system. A terrible, terrible religion, really. If you take it to its extreme conclusions, which a lot of them do. Keir Starmer's a what? Yeah. Yeah. And you have some more celebrations. Oh, so yeah, these are the ones actually in Iran. Yeah, people are happy about it. Yeah, busy celebrating. Yeah. Awesome. Folks are stoked, man. Folks are stoked. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. What's this? Yeah, just in, Iranians just ripped down a statue of the now deceased Ayatollah Khamenei as celebrations surge in the streets of Iran. The more news of Khamenei's death spreads, the more people pour into the streets. Yeah. Also, millions of us Iranians are celebrating the Islamic idiot. What? This Islamic idiot leads a tiny minority and has only stayed in power through guns, murder, repression, and crime. Yeah. Sweet sales in Tehran. Oh, geez, like, what do I do now? Sorry, my bad. Sweet sales in Tehran have shot up to... Yeah, it's great. We Iranians will bring down the Islamic regime soon. Yeah, fantastic. And that's what Trump said. Take back your country. Take it back. There's another one. Yeah, more celebrations. Okay, I'm guessing that must be in the US somewhere, obviously. Celebrations. Celebrations breaking out right now at Balboa and Genesee in San Diego following US military action against Iran. Yeah, it's brilliant, and it's what needs to happen. Because it's a terrible, terrible religion that generally takes things to the extreme, because once again, that's what their prophet said. Take it to the extremes, world domination. And it needs to be stopped. Anyway, folks, hope you have a good Sunday. That's pretty much all I have for you, and we'll check you on the next one. Take care.